Now, for more on the story, we're joined on the line by Julius Malema's lawyer, Tumi Mokwena. Tumi, thanks so much for joining us. What is your response to traffic authorities?
Well, I'm rather surprised by their attitude. Yesterday, Mr. Malema's case was not the only one that turned on this device that tracks speed. Earlier in the day, there was a gentleman who appeared before the same court, and judgment was passed on more or less the same reasons as those that Mr. Malema was acquitted for. And the question really turns on whether the certificates they submit to court, that is by the police, are sufficient and compliant with our rules of evidence in proving that the device was in a proper working condition. Nothing in our defense turned on the evidence of the police officer who operated the machine. His testimony was not challenged. He was not cross-examined by Mr. Malema's legal team. It would seem that even though the court keeps dismissing their cases, because it's not only Malema's case that was dismissed, the police still have not learned the reason behind the dismissals, and this will continue happening.
And how do you actually prove that the machine was not in good working condition? What evidence do you have?
No, it's not for the accused to prove that the machine was working. It is for the state to prove that the machine was working. And they did not do that.
And have you received official notification from the state? Will you be going back to court on this matter?
Well, there's only two avenues of challenging a judgment, and that is either through review or through appeal. And that's not done by the police, but by the eNCA. So we have not received that, and I have not heard any member of the eNCA saying that they are going to challenge the decision.
Okay, and Tumi, your client is the leader of the EFF. Obviously, elections are coming up in a few months' time. He's trying to get the youth vote. What type of example is he setting by being caught for speeding and being charged with speeding and reckless driving?
Well, what I can say to that is that if he is charged with speeding, it has to be proved that he was speeding, and it was not proved that he was speeding. So the question really does not arise what example is setting, does it?
Okay, well, thanks very much, Tumi. That was Julius Malema's lawyer, Tumi Mokwena. He joins us on the line. Thank you.
Know more. eNCA.com